You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win. You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you. It's time to choose your fate. Shall you be divine? After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, or to sack what you do next, what shall you do with divinity?
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm, she was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to her banner. The great allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the Void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken claimed divinity. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine. I cling now to the dream that one day the veil will be sealed, that one day I can be freed, that one day a new Godwoken will rise.
Well, well, look what the cat dragged in.
He smiles at you.
You've done us proud. You saved the world, didn't you? I'm glad it was you. Oh, after all, I've dragons to raise. There may be... I do so long to see my palace, to sit all day, and above all, I long... Oh, remember how when we first met, I took you by the jaw to inspect your teeth? Not something one for... Now, if you recall, as per the time, of course, I couldn't have foreseen the event. What say you? That's settled. You're very welcome. My boots are not going... You'll have to wear a collar again, by the by. You'll have to wear a collar.
Malady stands tall.
Well, here we are again. You get an eyeful, Your Holiness.
She turns.
Look at you. Magnificent. Let's hope
She fingers the mark.
We've come a long way soon, but relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do this. Oh, I don't know. Around when the time comes. Your Holiness. Don't be a stranger now.
Beast spirits.
Hear the wild beast recovered.
He pauses.
Well, well, Quirkus. Look who finally graced us with their presence. I suppose some thanks are in order. What? You're welcome. Honestly, Quirkus, some creature...
A huge grip.
Of course, had to...
The cat.
Ah, Quirkus! Please, have a little decorum.
Quirkus arch.
This battle is one they saw. That is the future Quirkus and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield. But we are very happy to have the honor is all. I never... Ow! Quirkus! I do not... Come, Quirkus.
The cat curls up.
Well, if it isn't the new divine gracing me with her presence. That is the question, isn't it? No, of course you wouldn't. I intend to seek them out. This Gustafjan seems to guard portals to their realm. And once I've uncovered one, well, right.
A slight grin crossed
I see great potential.
Losa winks.
I've never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, but a girl needs to reform my ways. How would...
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. Her mouth meets yours and devours you with
Something to remember.
You're the new Divine. That's so cool. What's it lot need? There's also the matter of my...
He taps his fingers and
1,300,000 dozen and 50 gold pieces. Now pay up. Oh yeah? What's that?
Han ponders you.
Okay, I love being all sneaky and shh.
Ifan gives you an appraising. Reflected in the mirror of his eyes, you see yourself. Majestic.
So, I truly hope you'll do better than Lucian. Be better. But you know,
He squeezes.
I need to I'm going to return to the forests where I grew up. Whether
Ifan pulled.
visit me some. Use it wisely. Use it wisely.
Fane is reading a volume.
Interesting.
His eyes stay fixed on the book as you approach.
Yes, I see. It is rather annoying.
Fane looks up.
Fascinating. The power of my people. The power of the Veiled. All in one delicate mortal.
The skeleton.
I can't help thinking that I could have saved them. That I could have done something. Right. You creatures talk about right and wrong. No. That doesn't mean they deserve that much.
The skeleton.
I've been rereading this book, looking over... It's shit.
Fane tosses the book over his shoulder.
If you have spent your life staring at a thing, you can write it. You creatures have spent your lives trudging about this world, and you've grown blind to its miracles. Simply that to see the true beauty of a thing. Take otters, for example. Or octopuses. Octopuses? Octopi? Octopods. I shall have to look that up. Regardless, the world is filled with absolutely incredible sights. And who better to catalogue them with... Do you know? There is... I suppose we are all sourced, but my people were sourced too. In a way, in you, I found...
Use it wisely.
Seville spirit tip.
Not below.
Gonna be a strange...
You'll have to wear a collar again. Losa sings to...
from that, I feel better than I am at the ready.
You look out to the and with a start, you realize where you must go. War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The empire used the war to expand its territory. With Justinia dead, the Dwarven kingdom descended into chaos. But although they did not join the Divine Alliance, many joined the fight against the Void and did their people great honor in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the Void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new Divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight. The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still. Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new Divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. Jehan the Demon Hunter never stopped hunting for demons. Sahala sought to strengthen the Elven alliance with the new Divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void, but she could never be sure that the new Divine trusted her. Tova, her mother, was Sahala's most trusted warrior. Fane traveled Rivellon, notebook in hand, recording the wonders he discovered. He kept a socket peeled for signs of the Eternals, hoping to find the wife he had lost. He's still looking. With a small band of elves, Ifan ben Medst replanted the lost forests. After the first fresh shoots broke the earth, Ifan returned to the war, leading the elves in service of the divine. Some say Afrit, his soul wolf, walks the forest still. On his return to the Empire, the Red Prince was hailed a hero. He married Sada, and they had many more dragons. Soon, the prince became the emperor. Faced with dragons, the Void did not gain the upper hand in the Empire. And then there was you. For how much of this do you take credit or blame? And what kind of divine were you as the world battled on? Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine? Should you have given your soul and sealed the veil? Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.